Almost ready for game time at Rogers Center as the roof is shut to keep us nice and warm. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Baltimore Orioles and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Jays look for their 7th straight victory next. Justice Sheffield gets the ball for the Blue Jays in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think...
3.
Settling in now, Edward Gooden. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Toronto, the first baseman, Edward Gooden.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fouled away. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, despite that loss last time out, they're still on a pretty nice run as they'd won 6 in a row prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, taking a look at the standings right here, this team has a nice lead, comfortable. You always want to find yourself in a position where you're about 5 to 9 games, got the advantage. You don't. One series isn't going to totally kill you in the standings, and this team's sitting pretty right now.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this will be fouled away. Another 0-2 coming. And he's caught looking at a beautiful curveball there as that buckled him for the first out of the inning. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Look, Matt, everybody should be looking at the guy in the 3 spot. He's what we call a run producer. Top 5 in the American League in RBIs right now. So obviously he's a big part of this offense, and we'll see what he has in store in this one.
At the plate, Miguel Marmolejo, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Marmolejo.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a fastball called for a strike on the inside corner. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Yeah, Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the game, I think. Consistent, well-respected, accurate strike zone.
Debro, you hit it right there. He makes you bring the ball over the plate. Will give a little bit off the strike zone. I think the one thing that's important that he does, he has the same strike zone in the first inning. You'll see that same strike zone in the 9th.
Hey, I think this is going to be the key to his success out on the mound. That good movement on that 2-seam fastball is going to keep that ball in the yard and keep this offense on its toes.
And a good curveball there, but he wouldn't bite. It's 1-2. And he fouls this one off.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
The 1-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. One out, nobody on. Popped him up. McGuire shading to his right, and he makes the catch for the second out. Now in the box, Willie Adames. And there's a
third.
look at his home and
The
road
shortstop,
splits so far this
Willie
year.
Adames.
Here comes the first pitch. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. The 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Let it rip that time. 3-0, but the fastball's by him. 3-1.
This offense has been warned. If they didn't know already, now they do know. He's got his A-game fastball with him today.
The 3-1 is in there for a full count now. 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball foul down the left side. 2 out, nobody on. Lifted in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Holiday. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Blue Jays go down in order, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Rowdy Tellez the next to bat. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Hitter, number 44.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Too high to start the inning. It's 1-0. Hit hard on the ground to the right. Reined in. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Okay, here's how the Birds line up today on defense. And when you focus on the numbers, this starting pitcher leads the American League in strikeouts. When I had a big punch-out guy on the mound, I always tell myself I have to stay in. I have to stay engaged mentally in this one. I have to watch what the catcher's putting down. I have to go through my pre-pitch routine and stay on my toes, because at any moment, that big ball could be coming your way.
First delivery to him on the way. And a high strike there. 0-1.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. Hit. Played on the backhand. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Set to get his evening at the plate started. Jonathan Davis batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. First delivery to him on the way. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got this guy down 0-2.
And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They still trail 1-0. At the plate, Daniel Castro. He brings a rather ugly 230s batting average into this one.
Daniel Castro.
First pitch on its way. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Off speed pitch here, but it dips below the knees, evening us at 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. The 1-2 is taken high above the zone. Fastball got him looking, as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone. And with 1 away, time for a check of the standings in the American League East as you get a look at where these 2 teams find themselves entering play. Coming to the plate now, Jose Angel. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Jose Angel.
Here's the first pitch to him. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Up top, it's 2-0. Angel, just 24 years of age, plays catcher most of the time, but they've got him on the hot corner today. And it's fouled away. Two and two.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he's part of a flat-footed tie for the AL lead. Stepping into the box, Austin Hedges. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here. I'd like to see him shorten up a little bit, maybe choke up and try and work the ball back up the middle the other way.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And he won't offer it that. Too high. 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Grounded down the third baseline. Scooped up on the backhand. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. 3 innings complete. The Orioles lead it 1-0. Digging in to try it again. Edward Gooden. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Edward Gooden.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled off. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. And it's 2 balls and a strike to the Jays leadoff batter.
1 strike.
Now the 2-1 pitch. And he popped him up. And that's the first hit in this one for the Blue Jays.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
The center fielder, number 55.
Stepping in now, Miguel Marmolejo, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. Gooden gets his lead at first, nobody out. The 1-2. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make
Now
contact.
batting, shortstop, Willie
Into the box now, Willie Adames. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Popped up. And there's the second out as he squeezes it in the coach's box.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Now batting, number 44.
In now, Rowdy Tellez as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. So far this season, Tellez carries a hitting line just over the 280 plateau. The 1-0 is in there for strike one.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Chopper foul. The 1-2 pitch.
That's a ball.
Breaking ball there is down. Good job of laying off. It's back to 2-2.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think it's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
The 2-2 pitch. Straight 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Blue Jays held in check. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Stepping in, Bernardo Alfaro. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Got him fishing that time. 0-1.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up 1 hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And it's 1-2.
I really like watching righties throw that cutter in on lefties' hands like that. This one was down 2, and if he hits it, there's a pretty good chance he's going to pound it into the ground. Maybe even give himself a shin burger.
And he'll step off. The 1-2. Fouled away. The 1-2. Grounder down the line at third. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Slowly down the first baseline, but this is foul.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
Here he comes again, 1-2.
Ball
And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him. So we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at bat. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jonathan Davis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, big time K last time up, and it's been a tough series for him so far. You can tell he's just not seeing the ball off this team. Let's see if he can make an adjustment right here.
No balls and 1 strike. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball, 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. Digging in next is Daniel Castro. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. First offering on its way. Curveball right on the black, taken for a strike. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for Toronto. And a curveball taken for strike 2. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. Popped up. Yokoyama over to his left, and that retires the side. Blue Jays go down in order. They're down 2-0. Striding in once again, Jose Angel. He'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
I'm surprised we're seeing so many late swings on fastballs. If there's one rule of thumb in the game, get to the heater.
The windup and the 0-1. Now a hard liner, but this is a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Smith is under it. 1 out. One out now in the Toronto sixth inning. And Austin Hedges will be the next to hit.
Austin Hedges.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. And he takes strike two.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he sends it the other way toward right center. And a dive, but he can't pull it in out in right center. And he'll pull into second with one away.
Well, the pitcher can't really worry about that one. I mean, it was only their second hit of the game, so he's doing a lot of things right. Let's see if he can leave him out there now.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Edward Gooden. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only one. First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Behind 0-2 now. Runner at second here with one man out. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
The center fielder, number 55. Miguel.
Standing in now, Miguel Marmolejo, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. And that's in there for his strike, 1-1.
I know to the fans that probably looked like something good to hit, but unless you're sitting breaking ball right there, I don't care if it's middle of the plate. That's a tough pitch to pull the trigger on.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
No.
And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2.
As long as you actually get it inside, that two-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
With the meat of the order due up next, you can probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
3-2 pitch. Him up. McGuire is over to take a look, but this will land untouched. Another full count pitch on its way, and he fouls this one off. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 8th pitch of the at-bat, and he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back to Toronto after this. So striding in, Willie Adames.
And he's the reigning American League Player of the Month.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
First pitch of the at-bat. Curveball fooled him there as he's way out in front.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
Behind 0-2 now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder, all the time, and that's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
Now batting.
Into the box, Rowdy Tellez. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And it's fouled away. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Weak grounder down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. He gloves it. Throw just does beat him to the bag, as that was pretty close. Digging in, Bernardo Alfaro. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to face the middle of the order, and so far he's held them at bay.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of inning we'll look back on at the end of the game, even if the result of it changes dramatically here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Cut fastball in there for a called strike.
They haven't gotten much going against this guy so far in this one. He's been pitching well, and one of the key numbers to look at, first pitch strikes over 70% so far in this outing.
He on the grass. Oh, beautiful dive. Not in time. That was a wonderful play, but he was unable to turn it into an out, and that brings the potential tying run to the plate now. Now at the plate, Jonathan Davis. No hits to this point.
Number 56.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Strike 2 taken. A fastball that clips the inside black.
Looks like he's got a good feel for that two-seam fastball this far into the game. He's used it really effectively tonight.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball game, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for Toronto. They trail things here 2-0. Ready for another shot now. Daniel Castro, and he'll start out the bottom of the 8th inning.
Daniel Castro.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. This ball will be chopped foul. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And he won't go after the cut fastball. 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 2-2 one more time. Hot shot to third. Backhanded. And a good throw gets him one gone. Stepping in for the Jays, Jose Angel. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Jose Angel.
Now the pitch. And that's in there for a strike.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now. And then that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch. Got him.
As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some pine, Rook. Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you out, that's when the learning process really starts.
Into the box, Austin Hedges. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, and they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High in the air out to center field. Holiday is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. They trail it here 3-0. Standing in, Edward Gooden. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
First offering on its way. And a strike called at the knees. 0-1. Fouled off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Ball.
And he misses there. 1-2. And he chased it in the dirt. The throw to first is in time. 1 down. Now batting, Miguel
The
Marmolejo.
center fielder, number 55, Miguel Marmolejo.
Here's the first pitch to him. And this pitch is right down the middle. Strike 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Setting him up inside as he swings and misses for strike 2.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Fouled away. The 0-2 once more is taken. That's ball 1.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
1 out, nobody on. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
Yet another strikeout for him on the mound. And fellas, this has been one of his favorite victims tonight. That's the 3rd time he sent him packing. So he's got him pretty well figured out. Not that the rest of this lineup has been much better.
Striding into the box,
The batter,
Willie
number
Adames.
1.
He's their last shot here with 2 away in the
Willie
9th as they look to avoid the
Adames.
shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
First pitch on its way. Good pitch there, called a strike on the inside corner. 2 out, nobody on. The 0-1 delivery. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
Yeah, Matty, he's had these guys on the proverbial rocking horse all night, changing speeds, hitting every quadrant. He's tough to hit.
And this is in the air to right, and this should do it. And he'll make the catch, and the Orioles have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Wow, not only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout. This guy was in total command from the 1st inning through the 9th. Totally dominant in this one.
And tonight's ends as a 3-0 shutout win. Baltimore took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Number 13 earns win number 7 on the season with 15 strikeouts. Justice Sheffield pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshowNation.com.
The victorious Orioles, 3 runs on 8 hits.